Join us as we head to Bonn, Germany for their winter Christmas market.
This was recommended by the Facebook group that I mentioned in the tips from last week's video.
Let's go! The trip from Cologne to Bonn is about 20 to 30 minutes depending on which train you take. We were able to grab an intercity train, which quickly brought us to the birthplace of Beethoven and the home of Haribo gummy bears. As you leave the train station, cross the street and head down Potstrasse, where you'll quickly find the start of the Bonn Christmas market and the location of our first Glühwein of the day.
So we came down to Bonn, Germany, to the Bonner Christmas market. And this is the rosé Glühwein. I've never had this before, so we'll give it a try. It's better than the white. It's tasty. I think my order is red, rosé, white, and that's my preference. Really good.
Rather than having several individual smaller markets like Cologne, Bonn has a single market that spreads like garland through various streets of the city center. The largest portion of the market is located in Münsterplatz. This traditional style Christmas market is filled with a multitude of beautifully decorated stands, selling arts, crafts, food, drinks, and much more. We had no idea that animatronic talking reindeer heads were such a thing at these markets. No idea what they were saying, but it was fun to stop and watch them for a bit. In Münsterplatz, you'll find a building topped with a large Christmas tree and a small Ferris wheel next to it. Underneath this tree, Tori found her second Glühwein.
It's by far the hottest one I've had so far.
Carousels seemed to be a common feature of these markets, starting with this Glühwein stand that looked like a carousel on the inside. And then we came across this beautiful two-story carousel. For Tori's third glühwein, she couldn't resist trying out the Grinch-themed variety.
Tell us how you feel about having nothing on your glass.
It's so lame. Like, unless you get glühwein, the glasses for beer are not nearly as exciting.
And why don't you like glühwein?
Because wine is best served cold if it's white or a rosé, or room temperature if it's red. It's perfected the way it is. You don't need to warm it up. So that's I will die on that hill when it comes to wine. It doesn't need to be warmed up. It doesn't need spices. It's good on its own.
You know what we call people like that? Grinches.
No, that's your glühwein is the Grinch.
Yeah, it's green.
We also loved these themed trash bins. Everything was so festive. So here's how I finally was able to get one of the fun mugs, is I went with the Prosecco, and the Prosecco comes in the fun mug, but first it comes in a can, so this might be my first Prosecco in a can, but I'm just excited that I finally have a real glass.
Alright, for our final snack in Bonn, I got the snowman mug with some glühwein, and we got this fun potato twister, which they battered it and deep fried it and covered it in salt, so I'm sold. That's good. Nice fried potatoes.
We still had a couple of markets to visit in Cologne, so we took an afternoon train back. We really enjoyed our time in Bonn. The market was quite large and had a lot to offer. We highly recommend a visit if you can add it to your itinerary.